Why insurance? Did you know that there are more multimillionaires being created right now in the realm of financial services, which is banking and insurance, than any other servicing arena in the entire nation right now? I'm Ashley Khalid, and I'm about to teach you how to turn doors into deals. First up, when it comes to turning doors into deals, is you want to make sure that you have pre-knock prep. These are all the things that you're going to want to do before you actually get to the door. So the first thing is bright and early in the morning at 9 o'clock, when you are starting your day, you're in your car. The hardest door to get out of is your own door, right? So the first thing that you want to do is get in your car and you want to have a script. Click the button below to get the entire call ahead script right now so you can follow along with me. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and call the client. My goal here is that I want to have 8 to 10 dials so that my goal is to get into the first door. So the call ahead is going to go just like this. Hey, Jack. Hey, this is Ashley Khalid, Senior Benefits down the road. I'm so sorry I have not called you sooner. I'm your local benefits coordinator, state licensed. Hey, I just need to verify just a couple of pieces of information that you had requested. Do you still live at 123 Main Street? Great, that's fantastic. And then also, I've got your birthday here as 1/13/1957. Okay, excellent, wonderful. So I drive a black vehicle and I know that there's a gas station right around the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and pick myself up a Diet Coke. Which one would you prefer? A Sprite, Dr. Pepper, or Diet Coke as well? Which one do you like? Dr. Pepper? Oh, I love that too. Hey, listen, again, I drive a black vehicle, just so you know it's me, and I'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll make you my next stop. Click. Now, the reason why I was holding up my hand is because you've got 3 yeses. The moment that they pick up the phone and I call them by their first name, hi, Jack, guess what? That's the first yes. And then when I verify their information, their address, their birthday, they just had 3 yeses. The reason why at the end, no matter where somebody lives, there's always a gas station, correct? So I say, hey, I'm gonna pick myself up a beverage. Which one would you like? I don't ask, would you like a drink? Because most people are gonna use their manners and they're gonna say no. Therefore, you want to say, which would you like? Pick out 3 options. And it forces them to pick one because I didn't give them the option not to get one. So that's a tip right there when it comes to a call ahead. Do about 8 to 10 of those. When it also comes to the pre-prep knock, you wanna make sure that you get lost in the sauce. If you are physically going door to door and you have leads, which gives you an excuse to go to a door. But you know what I like to do if you're really trying to enhance your experience is go to the neighborhood where that lead exists and get lost intentionally. And also have a snack bag of chips and granola bars. And you have this snack bag in your iPad. You don't have this big old book bag or anything like that. And you're just going right across the street where maybe your lead exists, maybe like a Miss Johnson, and you're just gonna go right on up to them. Maybe they're outside playing with their grandkids, and you say, hey, I'm trying to find Miss Johnson's house, and I'm really not quite sure exactly where she lives. Could you tell me exactly, is it over here, is it over there? I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name's Ashley Khalid, and I'm actually the benefits coordinator in the area. How you doing? Oh, by the way, I've got some snacks here for your grandkids that are playing right here. Yeah, well, hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and see Miss Johnson, and when I get done with her, I'll stop by and see if you have anything that maybe have any entitlements when it comes to the new 2025 state regulated benefits. You know why most people are afraid to go to the door? Even when they have a lead, it's because they're not prepared mentally. Your job is not to feel desperate. If you feel desperate, whatever you perceive of yourself, your senior's also gonna perceive of you. Therefore, have confidence in the material that you've already been preparing over time, before practice, after practice, because now you're in the game and it's your time to change and impact a life. Because that's exactly how I see it. When you're going to that door to help Miss Johnson, you're not there to make a sale. You're there to help her make a good buying decision. And you're there to make a new friend, to find a need and fill that need. Now that you're prepared, what comes next? Well, now you really want to what? Maximize the moments inside the presentation. How are we gonna do that? Well, it starts with really connecting with that senior. Right when you get into the home, you wanna make them feel at ease. Well, how do you do that? People love talking about themselves. So ask a bunch of open-ended questions about them. And I always like to say, be curious. I remember they actually did a study where they took all the high school students, they had about 1,200 high school students, what made them popular? And they found that throughout all these high school students, the number one thing that allowed them to be most popular is that they actually liked people. Do you like people? I do. I love learning more about Miss Johnson and her stories. Get connected with those stories. It's not about you right now. This isn't about you, it's about them. The more you can ask questions about them, the more they're gonna feel connected with you. And guess what? They like you. Also, when it comes to maximizing the moments, you wanna think about the unreasonable value that you are providing for this potential client. Your goal is to make a friend, find a need, and fill that need. You need to understand out of the gate, within the first 10 to 15 minutes, you are trying to discover what Miss Johnson's pain point is. And sometimes it might be a little bit harder. And I'm not telling you to create a problem, but what I am telling you to do is find the problem through asking the right questions. When you do that, you're gonna be able to discover a lot more about Miss Johnson. So let's fast forward when it comes to maximizing the moments. And let's say you've gotten through your presentation and then you got an objection. The best sell is when you get no objections. Let's face that. That means that you're a phenomenal expert in your industry because you can prepare ahead of time, but you can already, it's almost like you could feel when an objection is coming on because you know so much about the art of connecting and the art of communication. You can read their body language almost, that they're feeling a little uncomfortable because now we're talking about money. We're talking about what they can budget, what they're able to manage. Something that I really like to do right here is such an incredible tip when it comes to the power of closing. You ready for this? All you gotta do is just say this money line. Are you ready? Miss Johnson, you probably wanna think about this, right? I know we just laid out a gold, a silver, bronze, and I know right here you picked out the silver plan where it was about $4.55 a day, and you said that you could manage that. Let me say this before you say anything else, Miss Johnson. What if I gave you 30 days to think about it? Would that kind of give you some peace of mind? Probably would, wouldn't it? How about this? I'm gonna have you do your homework and I'm gonna give you 30 days to think about this as far as what your family, your primary beneficiary is gonna be able to do with that money, that love gift that you're leaving behind to them. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my homework. My homework is to get you approved because there's nothing to think about if you don't get approved, Miss Johnson. Fair enough? Excellent. So, go ahead and grab your license and your checkbook, and let's go ahead. I've got just a couple of questions for you. Bam! Don't forget to ask the right questions. And also, make sure that you're meeting their needs. Your job is to help Miss Johnson make a good buying decision. That's what you're there for. We're just scratching the surface right now. If you are loving this content and you really want to take your insurance career to the next level and how to make strong 6 figures of income like what I've been able to achieve, you need to click the link below. Now that we've already covered maximize the moments, we're going to go ahead and go into our last point, which is what? Follow up and follow through. So when it comes to following up and following through, you've already made the deal. Congratulations, that's super duper exciting. Way to go. But you are not done yet. You get paid not on what you write. You get paid on what you keep. So your job, honestly, is really just starting after the sale. When it comes to following up and following through, make sure that you have saved Miss Johnson's information, her contact information, a picture, a selfie of you two. Save that in your phone. One way that I like to do this is their first name, their last name, but then also put it in a group. You want to make sure that you also add the carrier and then also the premium, but then don't forget about her picture of you two. You should have taken a picture inside the home so that when she does call or when you call her, she can see that awesome picture pop up. So send that picture that you took to her phone. And you know, if you really want to take it another step, this is going to make you not only so impactful and so valuable, but if she puts that picture on her social media and tags you on social media, and you tell her, hey, listen, Miss Johnson, the same way that I've helped you, maybe that there's somebody in your network, a family member, that, hey, listen, you and I both know when it comes to GoFundMes, people that don't have life insurance, it's going to be very difficult on their family. You don't want to have a financial burden, or you don't want any of your loved ones to experience a financial burden when that loved one passes away. when you put this on your social media, Ms. Johnson, hey, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a $10 gift card just as a thank you for putting that out there. And hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Make sure that you write a handwritten thank you card to Ms. Johnson or any of the clients of that day. And if you really want a pro tip, have the thank you cards already in your car. Don't even set foot in your house, because if you do, let's face it, you're gonna have distractions. Something's gonna happen and it's gonna pull you away from the task that you really should be doing. So prevent that from happening and go ahead and write that thank you card the moment you get out of the house. So when you get to your mailbox at the end of the night, bam, you can put those thank you cards in there. Another thing too is put a reminder into your phone, and you wanna send her a message the next day. And I'm gonna be real, call them. There is nothing like a nice, friendly call just to let Ms. Johnson know that you were thinking about her. It was a pleasure meeting her. Thank you so much for the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit that you prepared for me. Thank you for the pink lemonade. And just as a reminder, congratulations again for getting approved for your $73.70 Mutual of Omaha or Rural Neighbors policy. I'm so excited to be your life insurance lady. That only takes seconds to write a thank you card. But do you have any idea the impact that it's gonna make on her? Because let's really face it, when it comes to value, it's how you make people feel. A phone call, a thank you card, a picture, the follow-up and follow-through is vital. Not only are you gonna get referrals from it, you're getting a happy client for life. And you're also gonna get paid on renewals for the rest of their life as long as she has a policy with you. How about this? If you really think about it, what makes you irreplaceable to Ms. Johnson? And whatever that is, go do that thing. Because that's what it's gonna take because of the insurance agents out there that maybe you're competing with. What sets you apart? And it's the value that you bring inside the presentation, before the presentation, and then of course after the presentation. And if you really think about it, not only are you helping Ms. Johnson, but the life insurance carrier is also gonna be taking care of you. You're getting renewals for the life of that policy. Why do you think this arena is creating the most wealth right now in America? It's a no-brainer. We're just scratching the surface right now. I am extremely passionate about helping any life insurance in any field, in any agency. I believe in you. Follow me for more content on how to really take your sales and your impact to the next level. Go ahead and click the link below because we're just scratching the surface, y'all.